Hello and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. With me today I have a very interesting video of Julius Malema, who is a South African politician, member of parliament and the leader of Economic Freedom Fighters, a far-left party which he founded in 2013. Now he was also the president of the African National Congress Youth League from 2008 until his expulsion from the party in 2012. Malema became a vocal advocate of nationalizing South African mines. He first called for nationalization in July 2009 at a youth league rally in Krugersdorp, and he argued that the Freedom Charter entailed a pro-nationalization platform. Why is he making headlines? Well, it is after he made a speech commenting on the Israel versus Palestine war, comparing what the Palestinians are going through to what South Africans once went through when Nelson Mandela fought for the liberation of the people of South Africa and the oppressed world all over, including the people of Palestine. To add more salt to the wound, he called out Kenyan President William Ruto during his speech. Of late, I have been seeing a lot of comments from South Africans saying that they stand or support Palestine because they can relate to what they are going through. Let's check out this video. I will be right back.
Tell President Ruto that the people of Palestine are what Mau Mau was. Tell President Ruto that the people of South Africa are what Palestinian people are today. Where our land get encroached, where our land just get taken, and we get killed on our own land, we get tortured on our own land, we get imprisoned on our own land. When we fight, they say we are terrorists. This Nelson Mandela you celebrate, for 27 years he was in prison because he was a terrorist. What crime did he commit which the Palestinians are not committing? His crime was to fight for the liberation of the people of South Africa and the oppressed world all over, including the people of Palestine. It can't be correct that President Ruto, knowing the history of this country and the history of South Africa, comes and tell us that it's with Israelites. Our war is not on Jewish people. Our war is not on pregnant women, Jewish pregnant women. Our war is not on Jewish children. Our war is against a Zionist apartheid state of Israel, and that's what we are fighting. So if you got money from some Jewish person, we are not fighting that funder of his. We are fighting the state of Israel. We are not fighting individuals. We are fighting the state of Israel. At the age of 9 years, the Boers walked into my house and turned everything upside down, stripped my mother naked. When I see what those children of Palestine are going through, I can immediately relate that this is what apartheid looks like. We cannot be Pan-Africanist if we can't associate with the oppressed nation. Our Pan-Africanism is based on the basis that we are an oppressed nation ourselves, and everywhere else where we see an oppressed person, that person is our sister, that person is our mother, that person is our father, because we are not free until the whole world is free from imperialism and colonialism. I don't know if you'll regret inviting me after this. But my problem is that I tell my truth as is, and I say it to authorities without fear or favor. Till today, no one has ever sued me legally successful. Till today, no one has imprisoned me, because you can't imprison or sue the truth. The truth will always prevail. Comrades, we must make sure that as we live here,
Julius Malema has been known for being anti-R-to-the-cyst, and he's been very vocal about changing policies, behaviors, and beliefs that perpetuate R-to-the-cyst ideas and actions. Now, he opposes R-to-cyism and promotes equality, even though sometimes he's condemned for what people call R-to-the-cyst incitements, and he is sometimes called R-to-the-cyst. Now, the economic freedom leader did call on the people of Hamas to fight for their freedom from the Israeli apartheid government to end the oppression of Palestinians. When you are oppressed, the only option you have is to fight, and that is what Hamas is doing. They are fighting for their freedom, he said. He said former President Nelson Mandela and other former prominent leaders did the same thing for the liberation of the people of South Africa during the apartheid era. And there was nothing that the people of Palestine did but protect their rights. What type of government do we have in Israel that goes and be a hospital where people, sick children and pregnant women have been held? Now, addressing the fighters, he said when the EEF takes over next year, it will arm the people of Hamas to make sure that they have ammunition to fight the Israeli government. The EEF will arm Hamas and make sure Hamas has the necessary equipment to fight for their freedom. And the war in Palestine is not a holy war, but a threat to the lives of the Palestinians. There is no holy war there. There is an evil war, and we must always stand against evil. He said the ANC failed to remove the embassy from the country despite its power, adding that it only condemned the attack by Israel. But why is he calling out Kenyan President William Ruto? South African opposition leader Julius Malema hit out at Kenya's President William Ruto for failing to deliver on the promises he made to Kenyans when he ran for office. Now, the fiery politician said the Kenyan president was no longer the same person who campaigned and urged Kenyans to trust him with their votes. I don't know if President William Ruto means it, because he said so many things and I cannot locate him these days, because the things he said during elections and the things he's doing now are two different things, said Malema. Addressing hundreds of people at Lukenya University in Makueni County, Kenya, during the launch of the Pan-African Institute, Malema castigated the president for failing to put his money where his mouth is and for trying to get rid of the US dollar as a means of trade in Africa. I don't know, because I heard him saying we need to do away with the dollar and build our own, but his actions are not speaking to anything of doing away with the dollar, he said. Malema, who is the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters Party, has castigated the president for failing to follow the true cause of the African freedom fighters who were unalived and tortured by the colonialists. Now, he said it was wrong for the Kenyan head of state to smile and shake hands with the United Kingdom's King Charles and Queen Camilla during their visit to the country last week. The Kenyan army is a product of Mau Mau rebellion, and those who unalived our people in the Mau Mau rebellion cannot be saluted by the same army of the children of those who were unalived during Mau Mau rebellion. We have a duty to stay true to the cause. Malema said Africans have a duty to remind the king and Britain of what they did to the Africans during the colonial era. Indeed, he showed no remorse. He said this was bad, it shouldn't have happened, but he felt short of "I apologize." He will never say he is sorry, because he thinks that his race makes him superior and he is not qualified to apologize to those who are junior to him. Further, Malema asked Kenyan government to be firm and decide what they want to do, either be Pan-Africanist or proponents of neocolonialism. Recently, the South African opposition leader asked his Kenyan counterpart Rael Odinga to retire from politics and allow fresh blood to dominate local politics. This came after the Azimio la Umoja leader disputed the outcome of the last election, which saw President Ruto being announced the winner. Now, his sentiments come amidst outrage among Kenyans following the high cost of living, as well as increase in fuel prices and other commodities, which President William Ruto promised to lower drastically during the campaigns the moment he takes oath, but remains mere promises. Alright, we have come to the end of the video, and please don't forget to share your own take on this topic. Please do comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.